Hi, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Ankit, Ankita, Anupam, Arvind, Atanu. Hi, welcome, Dipalok, Mandeep. Hi, good. Good to see all of you. Sumit Jaju. Hi. All right, let's begin. Let's begin today's session. Yes. So, uh, tell me, uh, when you onboard a client, जब एक नया client को onboard करते हैं, when you when how many of your clients said कि बॉस हम लोगों का तो रिस्क एपिटाइट हाई है, हाँ वी आर अग्रेसिव, रिस्क लेने में कोई इश्यू नहीं है, बट पहला बाजार जैसे ही 10% गिरता है दे पैनिक। हुआ है कभी किसी के साथ कि व्हेन यू ऑनबोर्ड ए क्लाइंट, दैट टाइम दे से कि वी हैव ए गुड अमाउंट ऑफ रिस्क एपिटाइट, वी आर एग्रेसिव, उसमें कोई इश्यू नहीं है, बट पहला 10%, 8%, 10% बाजार गिरते ना गिरते दे पैनिक। राइट यस इन द चैट बॉक्स, राइट यस इन द चैट बॉक्स इफ दैट इज समथिंग दैट हैज हैपेंड। टेल मी, you when you do your discovery call with your clients, discovery call, okay, that time you fill in certain risk profiling questions, okay, that time you get clients to fill in the risk profiling questions। कितने बार हुआ है कि रिस्क प्रोफाइलिंग फॉर्म जो बोलते हैं एक्चुअली वो है नहीं? हाउ मेनी टाइम्स रिस्क प्रोफाइलिंग फॉर्म is looking different from actual reality? Right yes in the chat box if that is something that has been bothering you। okay, okay, देखिए, most of the problems in your business which is regarding uh, redemptions, which is regarding phone calls from clients who are slightly angry, which is regarding loss of trust, it is not because of market fall. All these things happen because you have trusted what the clients have told you instead of figuring out how the clients feel. You have trusted what the clients said instead of how the clients feel. देखो, every time a client tells you the same things, क्या क्या बोलते हैं? आई एम लॉन्ग टर्म, बोलते हैं कि नहीं? आई अंडरस्टैंड रिस्क, रिस्क लेना है इसलिए तो आए हैं, आई वोंट पैनिक। एंड एवरी यू नो आपका जो रिस्क प्रोफाइलिंग क्वेश्चनेयर है उसके अंदर ये सारे डिटेल्स रिकॉर्ड होते हैं। देखो, ये रिस्क एपिटाइट ना ऑन पेपर is actually a fake thing. Real risk actually gets identified when there is real loss in the market. Let me tell you the truth. If your client cannot sleep when his portfolio is down, he is not aggressive. He is definitely stressed. If your client keeps checking NAVs every day, I think Nikhil Bansal ने लिखा कि clients हर दिन NAVs check करते हैं. If your client keeps checking NAVs every day, he is definitely not long term. He is a very anxious investor. And if your client needs constant reassurance, हर बार reassurance करते रहना पड़ता है, then your portfolio may be right, but your risk judgment was wrong. आज के सेशन में ना हम लोग कोई बेटर प्रोडक्ट्स नहीं ढूंढने वाले। देखो, इट इज डेफिनेटली नॉट अबाउट एसेट एलोकेशन एंड ऑल दैट, इट इज नॉट अबाउट फंड सिलेक्शन। Today's session is about reading, how to read that human with whom you are doing a discovery call. How do I read that person who is sitting across the table when I'm doing that discovery call? Because उनका जो emotional risk है ना, okay, if that is not understood clearly, everything else will break down. That if I have misread the emotional risk, क्या क्या करेगा? लमसम रुक देगा, एसआईपी बंद कर देगा, रिडेम्पशन हो सकता है, एंड यू आर डिफेंडिंग, मतलब एंड में क्या होता है, यू कीप डिफेंडिंग योर डिसीजंस, एंड यू एज इफ यू शुड हैव नेवर टेकन दिस डिसीजंस एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट। ठीक है। सो नेक्स्ट 5, 10, 15 मिनट, आज जितना भी टाइम है, 10 मिनट तो है ही। सो वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट हाउ टू नो ए क्लाइंट्स रियल रिस्क एपिटाइट, रियल रिस्क एपिटाइट। ओके, ठीक है, क्लियर एवरीवन? डज दिस मेक सेंस? राइट यस इन द चैट बॉक्स। रिस्क है तो रिटर्न है। डज दिस मेक सेंस? हाउ डू आई आइडेंटिफाई माई रियल risk appetite of a client without asking too many questions, without asking too many questions? Okay, ठीक है, चलिए शुरू करते हैं। I will be sharing my screen. Okay, can you all see my screen? Visible है? Is the screen visible? Okay, ठीक है, चलो शुरू करते हैं। देखो, today's session is about how to do the emotional risk profiling. Emotional risk profiling. First, risk appetite is not what clients say, it is what they feel when the money starts to fall. मार्केट जब टंबल करता है ना, उस समय व्हाट दे फील। महेश याडा, आप बोल रहे हो स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रहा है? आप शायद एक बार लॉग आउट करके लॉग इन करें, और मे बी यू हैव टू स्लाइड टू द अदर पेज ऑन योर स्क्रीन। दिख रहा है सबको? विजिबल, या। रिस्क एपिटाइट इज नॉट व्हाट क्लाइंट्स से, इट इज व्हाट दे फील व्हेन द मार्केट्स फॉल। देखो, स्टैंडर्ड क्वेश्चन है, asks what the client wants. Okay. And we must accept that a client's logical answers often vanish the moment the market drops. बाजार जब गिरना चालू होगा ना, सब लॉजिक वजिक बाहर चला जाता है, खिड़की से बाहर। सो हमको डायग्नोसिस कैसे करना है? ओके, स्टेप 1 इज एन एंकर। हमको कुछ एंकर्स डालना पड़ता है। स्टेप 2 वेरिएबल, स्टेप 3 स्ट्रेस टेस्ट, स्टेप 4 मिरर। दिस इज द डायग्नोस्टिक प्रोसेस। ओके, this is just a 2, 3 minute conversation. And in fact, this conversation may reveal more than a 30 question survey. ये देखा गया है कि ये 3 minute conversation actually reveals more than a 30-minute survey. Step 1. Let me ask you something practical. If your 1 crore becomes 85 lakhs for 6, 8 months, what will bother you more? The fall or the fear it may fall further? इस पेज का आप जरूर स्क्रीनशॉट ले लें। What will bother you more, the fall or the fear that it will fall further? अगर क्लाइंट क्यूरियोसिटी दिखाता है, इसके जवाब में अगर क्लाइंट एक्सप्रेसेस क्यूरियोसिटी और पेशेंस, remember he has got a high risk tolerance. If the client uses logic like market cycles, recovery, that means the client has got a moderate risk appetite. If the client uses fear like panic, anxiety, रात की नींद, then they have got a low risk tolerance. Okay, clear? उनका जवाब ढूंढना है। Okay, you have to ask this calmly and then stop talking. Step number 2, if nothing changes for 1 full year, कोई बाजार रिकवर नहीं किया, कोई प्रॉफिट नहीं बना, will you stay calm or will you want to change something? देखो, अगर वो रेस्टलेस दिखाता है, that means it's a low risk. I will get restless. I will wait but keep checking, medium risk. I will add more, which is rare. It's a high risk guy. Okay, आपको पता चल जाएगा बंदा इम्पेशेंट है कि टॉलरेंट है। ओके, हैव यू टेकन ए स्क्रीनशॉट? इस पेज का स्क्रीनशॉट ले लीजिए। ओके, थर्ड, स्ट्रेस टेस्ट बिहेवियर चेक करना है। इन द लास्ट मार्केट फॉल, व्हाट डिड यू एक्चुअली डू? डिड यू ऐड, रिड्यूस और एग्जिट? देखो, पास डेटा से जो उनका बिहेवियर दिखता है ना, that is far more powerful. In the last market fall, what did you actually do? Did you add, stop, or reduce or exit? देखो, पास्ट बिहेवियर बीट्स ऑल फ्यूचर पर। मैं आगे क्या करूंगा उससे मैंने प्रीवियसली क्या किया है, दैट इज फार मोर इंपॉर्टेंट. योर एक्शंस आर फार मोर पावरफुल देन योर इंटेंट. If you have panicked at that point in time, then it is likely that you will panic again, regardless of whatever you have answered in the previous two questions. Okay. Step number 4. Based on what you are saying, your risk capacity may be high, but your emotional comfort is moderate. Okay. You have to speak it back to them. Capacity is what your wallet can withstand. Comfort is what your heart is allowing you to absorb. So we will design the portfolio for peace first, return second. आपका दिल जो मांगता है, you want mental peace, you want peace of mind. This step number 4 will validate their feelings while acknowledging their wealth. You have a risk capacity, but your emotional comfort is moderate. Are you getting? Are you getting, everyone? Big yes in the chat box if this sentence has to be included. Do not miss this sentence. Do not miss this sentence. Based on what you are saying, your risk capacity may be high, but your emotional comfort is moderate. Okay. So we will design for the portfolio for your peace, mental peace first, and then returns. Now, in this process, what happens? In this process, the client feels understood and not judged. There is a connection which happens. It prevents over-risking the portfolio before it happens. You are protecting. It will reduce it will reduce future panic calls during volatility. Okay. It's a very efficient process. If you're able to do an emotional profiling, you're not doing a risk profiling of the client only. This is emotional profiling of the client. Okay. And in the process, you control your authority, you maintain your authority. You look calm, you look senior, and you are absolutely in control. Okay. Everybody clear? This is the emotional profiling of the client. The client will feel understood and not judged. It will prevent over risking the portfolio before it happens. It will reduce all kinds of future panic calls during volatility. And you will look calm, senior, and in control of the situation. Okay. So what is a one pager? You can take a screenshot of this one as well, of this what we discussed. First is the anchor. Okay. So if the script, if the portfolio falls from 1 crore to 85 lakhs, then look for words which are fear words versus logic words. Nothing changes for 1 year. You're putting in time. You will find out whether the person is restless or patient. What did you actually do last time? It's a behavior. Past actions are far more powerful than future promises. And mirror and give it back to them. Show them what you have picked up. Capacity is high, but comfort is moderate. You will become a great mutual fund distributor as long as you can build your portfolio which protects the peace of mind first. Returns will definitely follow. All the best, everyone. Have a great day ahead and see you exactly at 10:10 tomorrow. And all the best. Have a great day.